Good morning. It's Saturday morning. Today we look at the Ten Commandments and we look at the one that says, "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain." That is Exodus 20, verse 7. When I was a kid, all the kids in the neighborhood understood that absolutely the worst thing a person could do, the worst thing you could ever say, were to utter the words, "Oh my God." If you did that, you were going to hell. That was worse than saying, GD something, or any other swear word. We understood that to be the case because it was taking the Lord's name in vain. And once you did that, you were done. Well, first of all, I'm not sure that's true quite that way. And secondly, how much the world has changed. Because, for instance, if you watch these renovation shows on HGTV, when they bring the people back into their home, they walk from room to room and everything out of their mouth is, "Oh my God, oh my God." It's become just a phrase that we use when we don't have the words to say something else. And I think sometimes it's a phrase we use because we don't have the words. Literally, we don't have the creative vocabulary to express ourselves, and so we just say this all the time. Susan had students many years ago in New Jersey, and one of the girls in the class would frequently say, "Oh my God, oh my God." And Susan said that she would tell the rest of the students, "Let's be quiet, she's praying," which would, get them all to realize they shouldn't be saying this in school. But what does it mean then in the Ten Commandments to take the Lord's name in vain? I mean, yes, I think to just routinely spout out God's name all the time in a meaningless way is taking it in vain. But does it mean more than that? If you, for instance, go to church, join a church, become a part of a church, and yet don't live according to the teachings of Jesus, have you taken the Lord's name in vain? If you're in business somewhere and you act in certain ways that are immoral, unethical, have you betrayed your faith and so taken the Lord's name in vain? Now, I think all of us have done that at some point or other. And happily there is forgiveness with God. But to take the Lord's name in vain is more than just to say a swear word or something. It's to take God's name, to associate ourselves with God, and yet not let that have any consequences in our lives. And if we do that, we're wasting our time, and God is going to hold us responsible. I had a professor years ago who said, the problem with the churches is somebody might say the Apostles' Creed once too often. They might stand up and say, "I believe, and I believe, and I believe," and not believe, or not act like they believe, or take it in vain. And so we want to be careful that we don't do that. So, on that cheery note, ponder that today, and we'll see you on Monday.